Is the football we're playing at home any better than what we were watching under Paul Warne? Is our debate question for this week. Welcome back to Where Rams Walk. We've got Stacey, Luke and Peyton fresh back from watching that draw against Pompey, and we've got some Derby fans that aren't very happy at all. Adam says another awful performance at home. Chris says playing like an away team at home is incredibly boring to watch. Maybe the points are better than under Warne, but are the performances lifting you out of your seat? We're going to get into that debate in a second. Thank you very much for joining us. Coming up also this week, these three are going to give a gift to another fan base or a championship player. Who are they going to select? It's, of course, Spirit of Christmas, so who's the best fan base we've seen at Pride Park so far this season? And we're picking our player of 2025, the calendar year, of course. That is who gets your vote. And we're up to the A to Z again, and we're up to the letter K this week as well. Welcome back, Stacey and Peyton. We missed you last week through illness. We're both feeling better over the flu now, yeah? Good stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Let's start with you then, Stace. Fans are saying the home performances are just as boring, if not even worse, than when Paul Warne was managing. Are they correct?
I wouldn't go that far, but they are. Home form is very concerning for me because we seem to be a lot better away from home. And Portsmouth came and did what we usually do at away games and sat in, made it difficult. We had, 52% of the ball. That's far too much for our players to cope with, really. So, and yeah, we struggled to break them down. I think a draw was a fair result, but it wasn't the most entertaining of games, that's for sure.
Yeah. Are we at risk of wanting too much here as a fan base? I mean, I say we. I'm not a Derby fan, as you know. I'm a neutral. I'd use the collective we here before someone tells me off again. But you're not going down. That's clear. You have a chance at the playoffs, and yet we read things like Jim says here. We've been absolute dogs all season at home. When are the home fans going to be rewarded, entertained? We are absolutely woeful at home. I mean, you're picking up points still. If it's bad to watch, is that such a bad thing, even considering where we were this time last season, Stace? Do you get that balance?
It's an improvement on where we were last season. It was bad to watch and we weren't getting points. So we are still picking up points. I think we're where we deserve to be in the table. The injuries we've had haven't helped to some of our more creative players in that midfield. So there's a few things and reasons why. The fact that Ryan Brewster's not been fit for a prolonged period of time hasn't helped because I think he makes a massive difference when he's on the pitch. But there's plenty of room for optimism. But yeah, I would like us to be dominating foot matches and stuff, but it's not the McLaren team of 2014. We've just got to accept that and deal with it. And we are where we are, and we're picking up points, and we're competitive in games. It might not be get you off your seat stuff, but yeah, there's no fear of relegation, so there's no worries.
Okay. I mean, Luke, are you entertained? DCFC Fanstock says, effing shambles. It's Paul Warne with a mask on. Yeah. Are you lifted out of your seat by this Derby side at home?
I'm going to be totally honest. At home, it's been an absolute bore fest for me. I'm not gonna lie. It's not been great to watch. I mean, when we played Millwall midweek, when we scored, I didn't even leave my seat because I just thought this is so boring. It's just bad to watch. It was the same with Saturday. It was like when we played Wednesday, Monday, it was just unbelievable. Everyone knew what they needed to do. Then Saturday, it was like it was 11 different players. Like they didn't know what they were doing. I just don't know what's wrong with us at home at the minute. And it's not good to watch, but if we're picking up points and getting wins and stuff, it's all right. But when it's only 3 games you've won out of 12 at home, it's not a good look. So yeah, we need big improvements at home because our away form's like really, really good in the league. So yeah, I don't know what we're doing at home, but we need to improve big time.
Yeah, you're in the playoff positions if you're looking at the away table, Peyton, aren't we? I mean, who'd have thought that last season? But yeah, I mean, where do you stand on this performance versus pleasure debate, Peyton? Do you care if you're picking up points? Do you even mind that you're board rigid?
I do mind, yeah, because I go to the game to watch a game, not to watch 90 minutes of whatever it has been for the last 2 games. And I mean, we haven't scored a single goal at home since before, what was it, Watford? Because the other goals have been own goals. So it's not ideal, really. They're not creating enough. It seems like the fan base just aren't like there like we are away from home, which I mean, it's fair enough because we aren't doing anything, but it does feel like that the fan base that gives you that advantage isn't there sometimes, which definitely probably doesn't help the players.
Stacey, me and Luke talked last week about the limbs at Hillsborough and the TV show, the incredible away support that Derby get, as it has been all season. Is there a little bit of that there's a togetherness away from home? It's backs to the wall. We can play a bit more defensive. We can play a bit more on the break, but there's an expectation at home to go for it a bit more, and we don't have that loud Derby vitriolic support.
I think there's a bit of it because at home, I think we have historically done quite well. Pride Park's been a bit of a fortress, and you go to games expecting to win. Even if the football hasn't been great, you still thought there's a very good chance we're going to win over. Even in the administration season and under Cocu, you still felt that way, or at least I did. And yeah, and I think there's more of an occasion when you go to an away game, and you're there to back the team no matter what. And I think there's always a bit of a problem at home matches with if you're not playing well, then that kicks into the stands and you get a little bit of negativity and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a bit of that, but it is frustrating, and we do need to start picking up more points at home and making Pride Park a really difficult, intimidating place to go again. Okay. Starting with Middlesbrough on New Year's Day.
Yeah, we'll get into those games in a minute. Luke, some player mentions. Jim says Joe Ward put a shift in, but the rest of the team seemed tired, slow, and sloppy. Our home performances obviously need to be better, as we've discussed. Yeah, who else stood out for you? Do you agree with the Joe Ward comment?
I think in the first half, I think Joe Ward didn't do enough for me, really. He didn't get forward as much as he normally does, but an absolutely brilliant pass from Diaz to send him through to set up their own goal was like, makes it like, okay, right, we're going in at half-time 1-1, we're not going in 1-0 down, so it's something to build on. But I didn't take anything positive from that game from some players. It was just bad. Like, someone's took Matt Clark and they replaced him with another Matt Clark, because I don't know what he's doing at the minute.
And yeah, there's one in the second half, aren't they? Where normally the high ball he takes on his chest because he's got all the time and plays a composed pass, and he just headed it, and it was like just wanting to get rid, and a lot of kicking first time and getting rid, and it was I don't know what that composure's on.
Things that he did all game, to be honest. I thought, well, for the goal as well, he looked lost. Lost his marker, and then tried to close the man down, and then just didn't close him down, and then kind of led to the Callum Lang putting it in the bottom corner. So
he was lucky as well, because I thought it was a penalty in the first half.
Oh, did you? Right, okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's me and my lad, we just turned to each other and both went, I thought that was. I think we got away with one.
Okay. There's a scapegoat that's come out, Peyton, in recent games. I don't know if you agree with this one. Sorry, not that one. I've done that one. No, I've got it wrong. There we go. Julian says, 2 points dropped here. Really feeling the absences of Ozil and Morris. Can't fathom why Diaz is continuing to start. He offers so little, and he wasn't the only voice saying that. Do you agree, though?
Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate here, because before the Millwall game, and up until then, I would definitely agree with that statement. I thought he was terrible. Could not do anything. However, since Millwall, I thought he's put some positive performances in. He looked really good against Sheff Wednesday. Probably deserved the goal. And then yesterday against Portsmouth, I thought everything he did with the ball was pretty positive. He played that really good pass into Joe Ward. He also, off a corner where we defended it really bad, he was the first man to sprint all the way back. And he was there, and it kind of caught the player off guard, which led to them losing the ball. So I think he's put into positive performances, and as of right now, I don't think the stick he's getting and the celebrating and booing when he gets subbed off is warranted. However, I also don't think he's been good enough for the wages we pay him and the calibre of player he's supposed to be.
Where do you stand on it, Stace?
Agree with Peyton. I think he's been quite good in the last 2 games. I think it's a frustrating one because there's a lot of runs he makes or comes short on offers, and we don't play it to him, and we'll play a long ball over the top when he's come short, or if he's making a run, we'll then play a pass inside. So it indicates that. And I thought he did a lot of the hard yards closing down and leading the press yesterday. So yeah, there's a lot more in there from what we've seen when he's played against us in the past, especially with Blackburn when he used to rip us to shreds. But I think he just needs a goal, and that confidence will come flowing back. And I think a lot of the criticism he's getting is unjust because people go, "Oh, Corey Blackett-Taylor, this Andy Vyman." Vyman was rubbish when he came on.
Not talking about that bloke. Not talking about that bloke. No, not
awful.
Ducked out of a couple of headers and a few challenges, and Blackett-Taylor just clearly can't be trusted to put the defensive shift in. Yes, he's all right going forward at times, but I think he probably needs 10 goes at a defender before he gets the better of him, and he can't be trusted and he can't defend. And in Eustace's system, you've got to be able to defend as well. So,
I mean, Luke, are there people jeering around you when obviously he goes off and?
Oh yeah, it's always happening. Yeah, it's always happening. Like you say, it's just not nice to hear. I mean, like I say, I think the last 2 games, I think he's been good. At Wednesday, he's unlucky not to get a goal. He's been in decent positions and no one's passed him the ball. And he was unlucky for the first half not to get a goal. And then obviously Saturday, he's played an absolute perfect pass to walk through them 2 players to set him away, and we score from it. But it's become the scapegoat. It was always gonna happen. It's every time something goes wrong, just blame Diaz. We'll just blame Diaz. And then I've literally just said it. That I'm not going to talk about Vyman, but Vyman's come on and he's ducked out of 2 challenges in the first 5 minutes, and then he's asked for a cross-pitch pass, and then he's got the ball, missed it, and then he's moaned about why have you passed it to me. Like, what? I don't know what he's even doing. Our bench is so bad at the minute. There's no one coming off there to change anything. So that first 11 have got to start doing it like from the off, because these own performances are so bad.
Lots of football to come then, obviously, in the next couple of days. The first trip, of course, is to Birmingham before you head, of course, back to that Derby rerun from a couple of weeks ago. Peyton, Eustace going back to Birmingham, of course, is going to draw some headlines. Of course, he was sacked there in place with Wayne Rooney when Birmingham were last in the Championship. Does that make it a little bit more interesting? He's got a bit of a score to settle with the American owners there.
I think Eustace doesn't seem to do that. He doesn't seem to do that. He never said anything about that with the Blackburn games. For him, it's just another game. He's very professional. So I think maybe in the back of his head a little bit, and there might be a little bit of little drives after the game if we do get a 3 points. But I don't think, he's not going to be thinking any more than, right, another game in the Championship. Need to get ready for it, get 3 points away from home.
Another local visit, though, Stace. Where do you see Birmingham in terms of your own journey? Do you see them? Who's closer to getting into the Premier League, you or them?
I'd say us at the minute. I just don't see Birmingham as a Premier League team. Despite all this injection of cash, I think they're just not there for me. But the games against them are always quite spicy, and so yeah, it should make for a good one, entertaining one.
Good. And then Luke, of course, you were a Leicester one, of course.
Yeah, it's just one of them again. I mean, they've just got absolutely thumped at the weekend. I mean, so we need to do to what they did away to us. We need to do away to them. Go back and say, right, whatever you can do, we can do better, and absolutely thump them. So yeah, it's just another game. Leicester is, like I say, to me, it's not a derby, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice to do what they did to us. So yeah, it'd be nice.
Okay. Brill. Right. Let's move on to some other little bits and pieces then. It is it's a new year, of course, as well. So we're looking back on 2025 and asking who's our player of the season. Player of the calendar year. Looking from January all the way through to December. Peyton, who would be up there in that conversation for you?
Oh, I think I've got 3. I think Sondre Langas would absolutely storm it had he not been injured for the first 3 months of this season, or however long it was. Matt Clark has just been consistently incredible since he signed in January, and well, other than a couple of times and the last couple of weeks, he's been really, really good. And then also I'd say Jakub Zetterstrom, because towards the back end of last season, he kept us in a lot of games. I mean, Portsmouth away comes to mind, saving a penalty against Colby Bishop 15 minutes into the game, which kept us in the game. So we ended up drawing 2-2 in the end, but that point proved huge towards survival. So yeah, and he's just got better into this season as well. So I think I'm going to edge just about Jakub Zetterstrom, I think. Oh.
Sorry, muted Stace.
Yeah, don't fall out with the three that Peyton has said. I'd probably put a bit of a mention in for Harrison Armstrong. He was excellent. And Carlton Morris, but I discount them because we've only played half a season. So for me, it's going to be Langasso. The way he's come in and the positive mindset he has, and he's constantly up for the fight, and the way he played with a knackered knee towards the end of last season to keep us up, and he's come back in and he's hit the ground running again. So Langas for me.
Yep. Luke?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think for me, it has to be Langas. When he came into that back three, we just looked so much better. And he's got the pace, he's got the power, he's got the willingness to get to balls, put his head in areas that other players aren't going to do it, can get a goal when he needs to. You see the leadership now, he's captain at the moment. So, yeah, Langas for me has been instrumental to us building forward to what we can be and what we hopefully will be in the future, and just hope that he stays for a couple more years.
It's a season of goodwill, so we are being nice, of course, to other fan bases here we're selecting who's the best away support we've seen in the away end, of course, at Pride Park so far this season. Any of you got a nomination for this?
Can't think of anyone.
I think Millwall didn't have a bad one when they came midweek. I thought they were quite loud most of the game. But I think for a Saturday, I say Leicester was probably rowdy because they was absolutely hammering us at half time. So they had a lot to think about. So
yeah,
I'd say probably one of them too.
Yep. Okay. Brilliant. A to Z continues then. We're now up to the letter K. Some fans have found this a tricky letter. Stace?
That easy. Georgie Kincladze, absolute magician with that left foot. Such a coup signing him on loan from Ajax and permanently signing him. He was amazing in the middle of the park. Yeah, wizard.
Yeah, absolute baller. Luke?
Yeah, I would like to say I would. I had Kincladze in my mind, but I knew Stacey were going to say it. So I had to have a backup in mind because obviously Kincladze was a bit before my time. So I'm going to go with one of our own. I'm going to go for Jason Knight. One of our own, come through the academy. That lad's got 6 lungs. He could run and run and run and run. He was committed to this club. I really liked it when he was here. He loved it when he was here. It was really sad to see him leave, and I'm glad he's kicking on now as well at Bristol. I'm really happy for him.
Yeah, it won't surprise you that they put him in there. Letter K.
Yeah.
Peyton?
There's 2. I'll say Kazim Richards, because he came in with probably about 0 expectation from anyone and was absolutely incredible, and we all loved him. Came up with some really important goals in a time where we were not very good. In administration, he stuck with us, and ever since he's closely followed Derby and seems to be loved by all the fans still, and he seems to love the club still. So I'll say Kazim Richards.
The letter R, yeah?
Kazim Richards, K. Oh, you're not giving it.
How many weeks have we been doing this now?
It's a double barrel. It's a double barrel.
Oh, okay. All right, okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you off then.
I'll have Richard Keogh with that.
I'll let you off. Yeah,
Oh, controversial.
Controversial.
Yeah, very controversial.
Until he left, he was all right.
Finally, this week we're letting each of the panelists here give one present out to any player, managers, fan base that they'd like to. Who's in need of a gift this Christmas time. Luke?
I'm going to give a new pitch to Blackburn Rovers because you cannot have 2 games abandoned in the Championship. You just can't. It just can't be happening. And there was a Premier League team at one time, and it's still the same stuff. Like, what is going on with that? You should not be getting a game abandoned at this level of football ever. And they've had 2 already this season. It's embarrassing.
Stace?
Sheffield Wednesday fans, they can have a Sports Direct mug, one of them big ones, and fill it with salt because we were quite salty after Monday night.
Payson?
That's a good one. We'll give the Derby County staff a new medical team. Well, the Derby County team a new medical team because clearly we need it because all our players keep getting injured. So we'll
Good
do
shots. Right. Any more, let us know in the comments. We'll read some of these out next week. Listen, you three, have a great Christmas. Thank you for all you've done in coming on here, having to talk about Derby every single week. It's no mean feat in some cases, I know. And thank you very much, of course, for all your support as well. Hope you all have a great Christmas and a very happy New Year to you all as well. We'll see you after all the Christmas festivities are all over. Hopefully with some lots more points to talk about as well. Catch you then, and thank you for watching Where Rams Walk. We love making this content for you. Drop us a sub if you haven't yet done so. We'll see you in 2026. Thanks for watching.